What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Dante here, back again with another video. And today we're gonna go ahead and finish out, the first looks at BT8. So today we got the black, purple, and the white cards. And of course the obligatory level 7s that we're gonna go ahead and go over today. You already know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for everything I upload. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get on to it. So, we're going to start off with the black cards. So, we got Kyo. Your turn. Once per turn, when an effect places a card as a Digivolution source underneath this Digimon, it gains 1000 DP until the end of your opponent's next turn. So, this is good. This is a great Digi-Egg for, really black in general. If you're playing like a black X antibody deck, I think it actually is a very good card. One, maybe a two of. I don't think you max out on this. I do think the Duromon is probably way better in BT7 for it, but it's a great complementary card. That way you don't really have to worry too much about if I have to play a day, Digi Egg or not. So, it's nothing more about that. Let's get right into the black stuff. First of all, we have a black Agumon that can Digivolve from black or red, which is actually good. Love it. Actually good. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck on play. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 Greymon in its name and 1 Digimon with Dragonkin in its type. So, knows that this is a reptile. So we're looking at the Greymon line, which is Dragonkin line. I believe the Slayer Dramon line is a Dragonkin line. Any Greymon, so that's Emperor Greymon, that's Ancient Greymon, that's Black War Greymon, that's like anything that has Greymon in its name. This card's actually great. It has a lot of targets, a whole lot of targets. So you can splash this in any black or red deck. You can splash this in red deck and get a black line going, or you can this card is too good for the on play. It really is. Like, it has a wide range to hit. Wide range. I cannot speak right now. If you haven't noticed, I have a cold. And I'm all kind of stopped up. Kakuwama. Ugh. All turns, players cannot ignore Digivolution requirements. So, this stops things from how we call warp digivolving. Like if you go from Impmon to Beelzemon because you have 10 or more cards in your trash, now you can't do that. Now you have to go to 4, to 5, and then to Beelzemon. So the promo Goodymons, the promo Lobomons, that allows you to work from them to the Ancients, you can't do that. So this card literally says no. This might slow down. Honestly, this can probably slow down the hybrid meta that's going to be in BT7. And then BT8, we might start seeing answers like this coming more cards with more colors. If the hybrid meta really does, just dominate. So we'll see. But right now it's a decent card. I think it has a lot of potential. But we'll see. Ryudamon is an X antibody beast, and it has an on play and inherit. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards, add a Digimon with X antibody on its name, and 1 UG card among them to your hand. That's actually good. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck as usual. Inherit all turns. While this Digimon has an S antibody in its type, this Digimon gains Decoy. And Decoy just says if one of your Digimon besides itself would be deleted, you can delete the Digimon instead. Giving black decoy is not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, I mean, it's just a typical, searcher for X antibody. I think that makes 3 come BT8. It might be 2, but I feel like it's 3. 3 searchers for X antibody. Just a Thundermon. It becomes Mimimon. That's it. There's certain things with Mimimon that some people like to do. There's another Mimimon card, so we'll see. Alright, so we came to Skull Knightmon Cavalier mode. So, Skull Knightmon Cavalier mode, level 4, 5k DP, full cost to play. You can either digivolve it from a level 3 for 3 or a 1 for, or on top of a 4 for 1, which is just like Genkakumon Promote. This card / Digimon is treated as Skull Knightmon and Daily Axemon, which is great. When digivolving, it gains Jamming and Blocker. So this card is just like, I'm just do everything. That's it. I'm literally just going to do everything. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Genryumon. So it has an inheritable. Upon its turn, while this Digimon has X antibody and traits, it gains Blocker. So it makes your big boys blockers. Imagine a Alphamon or a Dorogoromon that has Blocker. So yeah, you might be getting flashbacks back from BT1 when War Greymon, the black version, which is a giant blocker. That's essentially what this would be. Not bad. It is another X antibody. The more the merrier for X antibodies. We have a black version of Greymon. So inheritable. Opponent's turn. While you have a red Digimon, it gains Blocker, making a red-black deck very, very valuable to play now, especially a Greymon deck. It can digivolve from a black or red, just like the Agumon. They're actually pushing dual colors really, really hard in BT8, which I think is fantastic. It opened us the floodgates for a lot of different deck ideas and a lot of different combos that's never been seen before can actually flow and have more synergy with each other. Catch Mimimon. When digivolving, return up to 4 cards with Mimimon from a Mimimon in their name from your hand or trash to the top of your deck in any order. If it's 3 or more is returned that way, digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. It's a gimmick card. It's a gimmicky card. Can it work? Yes, but you need to be specifically playing a Mimimon type of deck to have true value for this card. And it's a 3 cost, which is pretty heavy. Yeah, it's typically standard for level 5s, but if you haven't noticed, if you can get level 5 out for 2, that's great. If you can do it for 1, whoa, that card is pretty busted. So 3 is okay. It's just still too high, especially for something gimmicky like this. It's just still too high in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to butcher this name. His Ryumon. His Yoromon. Oof. Yeah, see, I'm not well versed in the language of the Asian culture, so I can't speak it. So it is a level 5 X antibody, AK attack, AK play cost. Digivolution 3, normal. Let's see how good this is. Your turn. When a card is added to your Digivolution sources by your effect, you can digivolve this Digimon into a card with X antibody and traits from your hand. Pen is evolutionary cost. If you do, it reduces cost by 1. It makes Alphamon a 2 cost. I believe it makes Dorgoromon a 2 cost. It makes the new level 6 we're going to see here in a second a 3 cost. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And it has an inheritable upon its turn. What this Digimon has S antibody in its trait, gives it reboot. So now you have something that has blocker and reboot just by stacking up the line. So blocker, reboot. If you're playing the level 3 and if you're playing the level, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But if you're playing the level 3, if it's 13k and more DP as a heritable, it gets +1 security. So you can build some nasty stats. Metal Greymon. He is the dual color black and red. He is 4 costs to play from a black level 4, 4 costs to play from a red level 4. Yes. This is let's see. When Digivolving, trigger when Digivolving, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. That's fine. Then delete one with 3000 DP or less. Potentially, it gets rid of problematic blockers. Could Digivolve it and then usually pop it. Usually, people don't really play high-end rookies. They really, unless you're playing Rookie Rush, you don't really play high-end rookies that has like 4 or 5k DP. Outside of Bushimon. Bushimon's the exception to everything. Inheritable. While this Digimon has a Dragonkin or machine in its type, this Digimon can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. That's better than people think it is. Getting rid of problematic Digimon in a level 6 is so good. Because you can just attack, say, a problematic Mega or Ultimate that they're going to Digivolve into a Mega and it's going to be harsh. You just attack right into it, kill it, and don't have to worry about it no more. That's actually better than people think. This cost is steep. Super steep. Jeez. Bancho Memimon. So they're building the deck around this bad boy. Okay. When did you? And I kind of know the lore. I know it's like Bancho, Lilithmon, Bancho Memimon, Bancho Steammon, Bancho Leomon. There's like a little lore between them and their group. So it's standard. It's standard for level 6, 11k DP, 11 cost to play, 3 cost to Digivolve. When Digivolve it, you may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and for each of your opponent's Digimon, you may play a card with Memimon with a 10 cost or lower from it. Trash the remaining cards. So, I guess the idea of the deck, and I haven't read the second effect yet, but the idea of the deck so far is kind of like Kreskaruma. If you know how Kreskarumon is, to where it reveals the top number of cards for every Digimon your opponent has, and then you summon one amongst that. That's like, I think, level 5 or lower black card. Like that. We saw some play. We saw it actually win a tournament, like a small tournament. I believe it was overseas in Europe, but this had that same premise. But this one checks 3 cards at a time. So if your opponent has 4 Digimon, you check 3 cards 4 times, which is 12 cards deeper. But you don't put them on the bottom of your deck, you trash them. So be careful. You can potentially deck yourself out with this, especially if you're playing against something like Rookie Rush and you just start spawning all of these, but then you're milling. You're almost like milling 3, hoping to hit a, and if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, hoping to hit a Light Sworn Wolf, or you know what I'm saying, like you just milling to hope you hit it so it can come onto the board. Yeah, not bad. That's actually not. That's actually not bad. Um, it's actually not bad. It's not. It's really not. It's actually decently good. I actually like this mindset. Second effect, all turns, if you control another Digimon with Mimimon, this Digimon gains +1 security, which means it becomes a beat stick. Which, okay. I said that it was a meme deck. I wanted to see where it was going. With this potentially being your boss monster, it doesn't seem bad at all. It actually seems like a deck that somebody could actually play. You could actually probably take locals with it, like no lie. You can probably play this in like a, 12, 16-man locals and probably sneak your way in and actually put in some work. And people's like, wait, it does what? Yeah, like interesting. Very, very interesting. Like, it's not that meme of a deck anymore. I'm sorry. I just read his type for it to be a mutant / boss. Yeah. Okay. I give you that one, Bandai. I give that one 2 claps. I give that one. So yeah, it's not bad at all. It's really not. It's not. Urumon. So Urumon is a 12,000 DP, 12 cost to play, 4 cost digivolution. That's pretty high. But if you was to play it underneath this card, on top of this card, it reduces about 1. So it makes it a 3 cost. Makes it standard. When Digivolving, you may place 1 Digimon card with X antibody from your hand underneath this Digimon. If you do, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. That is all champions and below. You might get the obligatory 6 cost level 5 that are usually vanillas. You can hit like lower end ultimates. You can't hit stuff like Lilithmon or anything like that, but you can hit like a Magna Angelmon, or you can hit so you can hit about 50, maybe 60% of ultimates with this ability. That's good. That's really good. Stopping your opponents in their track just by digivolving and attaching from your hand, and you go attach, pop, and then you give it an inheritable, which is good. Your turn. Once per turn, when you place a Digimon underneath this card as the Digivolution card source, this Digimon gains 2000 DP and cannot be deleted by your opponent's card effects until the end of your opponent's next turn. This means you cannot Gaia Force this. This means you cannot blow this up with any kind of card effect. It just says, I'm here. And it becomes 14k, which is a big giant boy. Now, end of your turn, and it has an inheritable. End of your turn, once per turn, if this Digimon has Alphamon in its name, unsuspended. Now, I don't know if people remember way back when, I was going over BT7 stuff. That I've also said, Market Watch. There you go. If you haven't seen my Market Watch, go ahead and check it out. It's every Wednesday. So I did a Market Watch. And I said, if Alphamon has an ability to unsuspend itself, you can literally gain 4 memory off of this one Alphamon. And it's crazy that you can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. This is the way to where you get Alphamon to unsuspend and to constantly be hitting and swinging in for checks and constantly gaining memory. This is what makes X Antibody the deck is going to be. And then BT9 is a whole different monster. This might actually help Alphamon take that top 3 deck status and push his way into the limelight. I think Alphamon is a good deck come BT7. I think it's even more crazy when it comes BT8. But yeah, like this card, because you always are equipping inheritables. I mean, equipping cards as inheritables, and you don't have to digivolve into this card. You can literally just take this card and use it as a inheritable, or you can digivolve the pop, and then have another one and then put out, like, you're gonna be playing multiples of this. This one you're easily gonna be playing 2 or 3 of. Alphamon easily is a 3 or 4 because it's gonna be your main. It's gonna be your main boss monster. Come this set, it's gonna be the main boss monster. So yeah, this card is what is gonna really make the Alphamon deck really go in. Black War Greymon, the boy is here, and he is a red and black dual color 4 cost to digivolve from a black or a red level 5. Jeez, that's harsh. Okay, let's read it. When digivolving, if there is a red card in your Digivolution source, you may choose your opponent's Digimon. Wait, if there is a red card in Digivolution source, you may choose your opponent's Digimon. If there is a black one in the Digivolution source, you may choose your opponent's Tamer. Delete any number of chosen cards whose total cost adds up to 6 or less. Okay, I had to read the whole effect. It was kind of taking me for a loop. So, if this card, so basically either you can pop a Tamer or you can pop a Digimon, but it has to be 6 costs or less combined, which means it gets rid of a couple of weenies, or you can get rid of a level 6 blocker, or you can get. So if you digivolve, if you only have red, you can only pop Digimon. If you only have black, you can only pop Tamers. Okay. Delete any number of cards. Okay, so you can do both. You can do both up to 6. Okay, that was the confusing part. So if you have, say, the Metal Greymon, that's a black or red, and you digivolve, you can pop one of their Tamers that has I don't know any Tamer that's more than a 4 cost, to be honest with you. So you can pop any Tamer, and then since it's a black one underneath, and since it's a red one underneath, you can pop any Digimon that's 6 costs or less. Not bad at all. Any number of I'm reading this card. I apologize. So, if I'm not mistaken, reading this card for the 3rd time. If I'm not mistaken, you may choose your opponent's Digimon. You may choose your opponent's Tamers. So, if your opponent has 3 Tamers out, and 2 of those Tamers are 3 cost, you pop both Tamers. If your opponent has 2 Digimon out, and both of those Digimon are level 3 rookies, you pop both of those. If it's a black and red like the Metal Greymon, and you digivolve in that same scenario, you can potentially pop 4 cards with this card. That's insane. The potential of this card is so insane. So this actually helps answer the hybrid meta and slowing them down. Like, essentially, you're popping their rookies while popping their Tamers as well. It's going to set them back a turn or 2. Second ability. All turns, once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon are deleted, unsuspend this card. So they made up for the fact that if you're, digivolving this, because even with a memory tamer, you can't keep your turn. So you digivolve this on top of your Metal Greymon, draw a card, and then you go pop, 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 pop. But because you deleted a Digimon, you didn't unsuspend. So they can't just ram into you. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's get down to the black option cards. There's one black tamer here. Yuji Yuji Musha. 3 costs to play. Your turn. When the Digimon with S anybody in its traits is moved from the breeding to the battle area, gain a memory, draw a card. Not bad. It's like the mat and ties. Your turn. When your black Digimon with X anybody and its traits attack, suspend this card, add 1 X anybody in its type from your hand underneath this card at the bottom of its Digivolution sources. That is value. You can swing again with an Alphamon. You can then put the Orumon. You can then put the Orumon underneath it, and then after you're done attacking, you gain the memory, you unsuspend because you're an Alphamon. So you can do that all in one good sweep motion. That's not bad. Especially for a 3 cost, that's not bad at all. It's not a memory tamer, so you still have to play a memory tamer up in this bad boy. But it's not bad at all. I think he's play is it Dakota? Is that what it is? You play the black tamer that comes in BT7, because that's a memory tamer. So you do play both in the deck. Black option cards, we have 3 here. Oh, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I'm not pronouncing this card. I'm not trying to butcher names right now. So it is a 4 cost black card option. It has a main and it has a security. So main means you can only get this ability played on your turn, not hit out security. Remember that. So main. Trigger D-Digivolve 1 on your opponent's Digimon. Then you may place 1 X antibody in its type to the bottom of one of your black Digimon to destroy one of your opponent's Digimon with 4 costs or less. So play costs or less. So that kills rookies. There's like some 4 cost level 4s. I know the promo Garurumon's level 4. 4 cost to play. Which level 4? I know there's some like obligatory, 1 Digivolve cost, vanillas, level 4s, 3 costs to play, those kind of things. So you de-Digivolve and then you destroy, basically. So it gets rid of pesky blockers as well, gets rid of the low-end Digimon, those kind of things. Security, trigger D-Digivolve 1, then destroy one of your opponent's Digimon with a 4 cost to play. So basically, you do not get the ability to put a X antibody from your hand to the trash if hit out security. That's what the nerf is to the security one. Or it would say activate main. That's it. So they just nerf the security portion of it, so you can't always gain this like immense value. Cause think about it. If you hit this out security and your opponent trying to swing in for game, and you're like, oh, okay, I triggered, then I go ahead and de-Digivolve that, put this Digimon, this antibody Digimon underneath this black Digimon. Now it gains blocker, and then I pop this Digimon that didn't attack, that de-Digivolve. Now as a rookie, I pop and kill it. So now I have a blocker for anything else you throw at me. Yeah. So yeah, I get it why I had to nerf it. It was one of the things they had to. Dark Gaia Force. Okay. So 8 costs to play. It is a black and red. Now, the ruling on dual colors, if I'm not mistaken, on dual color option cards, you need to control a Digimon that has both, or you need to control each. You need to control a black tamer indoor Digimon and a red Digimon indoor tamer. So you need both colors on board in order to play this, or one dual type in order to play it. So they nerfed it hard because people just splash this, and red would splash this with Gaia Force and make it to where you have to hit 8 Gaia Forces, or they can play 8 Gaia Forces in pure red. So it's one of those things to where yeah, they had to balance it somehow, some way. Now, main. Choose any number of Digimon whose total cost equals up to 15 or less. Delete them. This card is just screaming, hey, I'm anti-Ricky Rush. No matter what they do. Oh, you got 4 Digimon on board? Oh, that's fine. Okay, they all equal up to, play cost of 14. So let me go ahead and promote, this, red, black Digimon, whatever it may be. And then Dark Gaia Force everything away. So it has its perks. Do I think it's better than Gaia Force? Gaia Force deletes any Digimon. This can delete multiple Digimon. I think it's better. In my opinion, I think it's I think it's a lot better. But it's one of them things to where no matter how big the Digimon is, Gaia Force can delete it. This one has a limitation. But this one can hit multiple Digimon while Gaia Force cannot. So whatever fits your fancy. Gaia Force says activate main when you have security. Dark Gaia Force says delete 1 Digimon with a play cost of 15 or less. Sure, that would hit. You would think that would hit all Digimon, but as we saw, there are literally Digimon that are like 20 cost and Mother D Reaper that this card cannot touch. So yeah. So it's good, but it would instantly fall out of favor if Mother D Reaper becomes a thing. You can pop 2 or 3 of their cards, but then they just spawn back 2 or 3 of their cards. Like, well, the real problem's there, but I can't touch it. So yeah, I think it's a good card. Last one, Sinbad Dokkan. So Sinbad Dokkan is a 9 cost option card. Oh my god, that's high. Main. Reveal the top 3 cards. Play any number of Mimimon among them whose play cost adds up to 15 or less among them without paying their memory cost. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 6 or less for each Digimon played. Trash the remaining of them. Oh, that was an 8 cost. I can say 9 is steep. Think about it. If you say you have 4 memory, which is not unfeasible, you can get the 4 memory very easily. Say you have 4 memory, and this is an 8 cost. You didn't put them to 4, but then you swore on the board. You potentially pop 2, 3 Digimon, and then now you have 3, 4 Digimon on board, and they're at 4 memory. Now, imagine them put at 5 memory. We know how much better it is with 1 extra memory. We know that 100%. So this is good, but you really want to hit this out security. You hit out security, it activates the main without paying it, and that's insane. So it is a security card. Overall for black, I think black is decent. I think actually black is very good on the higher end. I think low end is not that good. I think the Kokumon is actually going to be decent. I think the Agumon line is actually decent, but then once you get the Metal Greymon, it's so expensive. You have to circumvent that somehow, some way, and then black. I don't know. Black doesn't really have too much of a memory gain unless it's archetype specific. Blue, I'm not blue, but red, I don't believe they have too much of it at all. Now, I will say this. This is a cyborg Digimon. If I'm not mistaken, Machinedramon from EX01, the cyborg or machines, level 5. And if that is the case, then you can literally play this in the deck, and it gives you a red-blue Digivolution source. Red black. Sorry, wrong B. Red black Digivolution source, and then since Machinedramon is a machine, he then can attack unsuspended Digimon. So yeah, pretty good. Decent. I actually think it's decent. I think Black Orb Greymon is amazing, especially with the right setup. It's amazing. Now, let's go ahead and get to the purple. Let's go ahead and take care of the Digitama. Demi-Meramon, your turn, once per turn. When you trash a card, draw a card. It's Sunomon. Therefore, now if you want to play a turbo, mill deck or turbo draw deck, like a Titamon OTK or a Lil Flute, now you have the right, you have the right Digi-Ads for it now. Just play all these Digi-Ads that says, when you trash one, draw a card. Hey, do it. Psychemon, all terms. Players cannot reduce their play cost. That's like a slap in the face to Deep Brigade. No. Deep Brigade gains the memory. So, that's interesting. Can reduce the play cost. So, yeah, I know there's some hybrid cards. So, like, if you control this color Digimon, you can play this for cheaper. Like, okay, that's interesting. I'm going to see how far that goes. Demi-Devimon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Tamer card amongst them to your hand. Trash 1 purple Digimon amongst them. Put the rest at the bottom of your deck. Convoluted, but you reveal 3. Oh, here's a Tamer. I was like, here's a bat. I'm going to add that. Here's a Devimon. I'm going to trash that. And then put this at the bottom of my deck. So, yeah, it can be a plus. You can plus very hard off of this card. Interesting concept. Interesting. Mushroom, yeah. Soulmon, as an inheritable, when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. That's gonna be even better when it comes to like Beelzemon and EXO 2. Because they trash from the deck, not from the hand. So Beelzemon, that lineup wants to trash from the deck. Like Light Swarm. So they want to trash from the deck. So this card is going to be great to have on board while you're trashing, so you keep on gaining money and do stuff. Not bad. Kojamon. Kojamon's a mutant. He digivolves from a purple or green. He is a dual color. He gives any Digimon retaliation. That's what it is. Inheritable is retaliation. Nothing more. Actually, retaliation is actually good. Look at Myotismon. Yeah. Fangmon. Fangmon has an retaliation as its ability, so it can crash into anything. So pretty good. Black Gatomon. So Black Gatomon, oh my god, it's a level 4, 3 cost the Digivolve from a purple or yellow. Ouch. It has Rush. So you can play it for 5 like Bushiagamon and Rush, and now you have level 4. And then Inheritable gives anything retaliation. Not bad. Overall, it's not a bad card. So it's almost like they want to emphasize you playing it rather than you digivolving. Like I said, it's like Bushi Agumon. Bushi, if you want to play 5 and to be able to rush, you'll do it. This Black Gatomon, if you want to play 5 to rush, you'll do it. It's 1,000 more than Bushi, and it's a level 4, which means you go into level 5, give it retaliation. Vanilla, Skosadmon. So Skosadmon is when Digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of your deck, then return 1 Demon Lord and its traits from your trash to your hand. Demon Lord would be like Letofmon, Beelzemon. I want to say Fall Down Mo is a Demon Lord. I want to say Fall Down Mo is a Demon Lord. I could be mistaken. I have to go back and check. But and then again, trashing from your deck. So milling from your deck, not just trash from your hand, trying to it mills from the deck, which is perfectly fine. Side note, yes, they will be playing Analog Boy or Analog Youth and Beelzemon because it trashes. It reveals 3, add 1, trash 2. So they will be playing that. Biotismon, the boys get way more support. So Digivolve from level 4 for 3. 8 cost to play, 8,000 DP. Not bad. That's actually all standard here. When Digivolve and trash the top 2 cards, and then add 1 Yu-Gi-Oh from your trash without paying. Play 1 Yu-Gi-Oh from your trash without paying its memory cost. So it's the Tamer. We'll get to the Tamer in a second. Inheritable. On deletion, if this Digimon has Myotismon, you may play one Yukio from your hand or trash suspended without paying its cost. It's all about getting its tamer out from the trash or from your hand to keep it going. Myotismon's going to be a deck to watch out for come BT8 when it comes to purple. Watch out for Myotismon because retaliation is a butt to deal with. Pain in the butt. Ryzen Fury mode. So Ryzenmon was from BT7. So Ryzenmon now has a Fury mode, which, I mean, if you knew some little bit about the lore, he does have there's some Digimon that just go berserk insane. You'll see another one here in a second. But now Ryzenmon Fury mode, 13,000 DP, 11 cost to play, which is not bad. 3 costs on top of level 5 yellow or purple, which is not bad at all. That's actually good and standard. End of your turn, you may digivolve this Digimon into Ryzenmon in your hand, which means you kind of want to play this in the Ryzenmon yellow deck that's coming out in BT7. Here's more support for in BT8. Ignoring is Digivolution requirements, and without paying is Digivolution cost. End of your turn, trash the top card of your security. Yeah. So, if I'm not mistaken, they want you to play this in a Ryzenmon deck. Ryzenmon, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it. They want you to play it in a Ryzenmon deck. So when you attack with this, you Digivolve on top of it. It's for free. You do whatever the effects do. Yada yada. I can't remember off the top of my head what he does. But then at the end of the turn, if you don't play it in that type of deck, you have to trash the top card of your security. Yeah. So now it has an inheritable, which means you might want to play it in that deck. It has an inheritable. When this card is trashed as a Digivolution card by Ryzenmon's effect. Oh yeah, he's a Digiburst. You're right. He's Shine Greymon. You Digiburst and then you reduce DP. I think it's like 3,000 or 4,000 per for each Digimon card you Digiburst. So I think it's like a Digiburst 4. When this card is trashed by its effect, unsuspend one of your Digimon and it gets plus 3,000 DP, which means you unsuspend it so it can attack. So now when you go to your normal stat, you get 5 triggers. So you Digiburst 4, so you can Digiburst 4 and keep 1 Digivolution source and then start reducing DPs. And then since he was suspended, you didn't give him plus 3k DP, which makes him, I think, 14k, and then it unsuspends. So it gives you another attack. Not bad. That combo's actually not bad. It's actually good. So if you want to play the Ryzenmon deck, you got more support coming BT8. There you go. Phonymon Fall Down mode. I know there was some people call it battle mode, some people call it chaos mode. They're officially going with fall down mode, just like Lucimon. So let's go ahead and get into it. A Phonymon, 12,000 DP, 12 cost to play, 4 cost to Digivolve from a 5 yellow or 5 purple. You can Digivolve this from a Phonymon for a cost of 2. Whether Phonymon, I think Phonymon's only yellow, I believe. Unless there's a obligatory blue or purple Phonymon, but I don't recall. When Digivolving this Digimon, if this Digimon has a purple Digivolution source, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. If this Digimon has a yellow Digivolution source, trigger recover +1, which is not bad. Gets rid of blockers. Notice I say blockers a lot because 95% of blockers, what's that? No, 90%, because they're making more level 6 blockers. 90% of blockers are level 4s. whether they're 1 cost to Digivolve or 2 cost to Digivolve. They're level 4s. So deleting a level 4 or lower, it's like deleting a pesky blocker so you can attack. Which is a good thing to do. On deletion, you may play 1 purple or yellow level 4 or lower Digimon from your trash without paying the Digivolution cost, without paying its memory cost. Paying its memory cost. There you go. Now the Digivolution cost, play cost. It seems like a less expensive ancient Digimon, but a little more value, in my opinion. Popping the level 4 or lower, recovering +1, and if it was to be deleted, you play 1 from your trash, and it's yellow or purple, whichever one. So whatever line you want to go up into. Not bad at all. I think this will actually be tapped into some decks, especially the Mastermind Jorgus decks, those kind of things. Easy take. Mellow Myotismon, the board's getting more support. Jeez. 12k DP, 13 cost to play, 4 cost to Digivolve from a 5. On play, if you have 5 or more cards with Myotismon in their name, your trash, delete 1 of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon and trash the top card of your opponent's stack. So this gives a shout out to I believe it's Akilomon and Mummymon. I believe that's her name. Oraculamon, I believe. It gives a shout out to them. Because when you attack, you pay 3 memory. And Mummymon brings Metal Myotismon from the trash. And she brings 1 from your hand. So you pay the 3 costs. And then you pop that Digimon. So on play with this card, if you have 5 or more Myotismons, you then get to pop a Digimon unsuspended and trash the security. So it's a shout out to the older style of how you play Myotismon. When Digivolve and trash the top 5 cards of your deck, ouch. That's actually good. Then, if you have a card with Myotismon in its name and your trash gain 1 memory, that hurts so good. It makes it a 3 cost to Digivolve as long as you have a Myotismon. But then that 5 mil is so good. It really is, especially for purple. It's so amazingly good. So Myotismon is going to be a very, very valuable deck come BT8 with all its tricks from EXO1. It has support from way back, I think, BT4. I think it was BT4. And then it got support coming in BT7. Myotismon is going to be a legit deck. So now let's go to the Chimeramon. Chimeramon is going to be splashed in every deck because every deck can play it. Notice Chimeramon is an 8k DP, 8 cost to play, but it's a 4 cost level 4 and it's rainbow, which means it can go in any Digimon whatsoever. Doesn't have to be white, but you can Digivolve on top of any level 4, period. It's going to be played in every single solitary deck. Now, DNA Digivolve is called Jorgus. So, you DNA Digivolve 2 level 4s together. Doesn't matter what 2 level 4s together. This is why Bandai hit the Icemon combo. Because you can Icemon scatter mode. You can pop it. It can die. And then you draw 3. Pitch 2 Icemon, bring both Icemon back, Jorgus into the Icemon, and to this Chimeramon. That's why. So, when Digivolving, you may place 1 level 5 or lower. No, you may place 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card from your trash at the bottom of this Digimon Digivolution sources. Then up to 4 of your opponent Digimon gets minus 1k DP for each color this Digimon has underneath it until the end of your turn. So if you play a yellow-purple hybrid deck, and you're like, okay, I have purple, I have yellow. Oh, wait, I have a white card. Put a white underneath it. Now, 3 of the Digimon, no, up to 4 times it gets, so that means you can get up to 3 of their Digimon. So 3 of their Digimon gets minus 1k DP for the turn for each color, which means Three they did up to four. So for the Digimon, you get minus 3k DP just from that one thing, just for that one interaction, and it's free, and it's a Jorgus. And if you attack with both of them, you did unsuspend, so this can attack. Your turn. This card is treated as the color of all the cards in the Digivolution source. While it has 4 more colors, it's plus 4k. Not hard when you got dual types. I actually seen people run this in their armor release decks, because you can attack with all the armor release Digimon. And if you need one more attack, you did Jorgus, 2 armor Digimon who has 3 different colors combined. And then you go into him, and then you equip another color that's not there. Be giving him 4 colors, getting rid of pesky blockers if you can, and then swinging in for game. So, and by the way, armor release don't. This is the highest level that armor release does play. It's the level 5s. So this is the only level 5 or higher that armor release plays. They play a strictly 3/4 base, and then they play this 5 for the potential push. This card's a great card. It's gonna be a staple in every deck. If you're playing dual colors, it's going to be a staple in every day. If you're playing level 4s, it's going to be a staple in every day. You're going to splash a little bit of white in. It is what it is. So, yeah. Great card. Great card, Chimeramon. Now, let's get to the Tamers. Yukio, all turns when... 3 costs to play, by the way. All turns. When your Digimon with Myotismon is deleted, suspend this card, get a memory. Myotismon likes to get deleted sometimes. It is what it is. End of your opponent's turn. If this Tamer is suspended, you can play one more Myotismon from your trash without paying its memory without paying its memory cost by deleting this Tamer. So, the Myotismon that likes to bring it out. So you bring it out, suspend it. That way, when your opponent's at the end of your opponent's turn is already suspended, you then pop this to bring out Metal Myotismon. And then this Metal Myotismon on play, 5 more cards, delete, and pop a security. So you do all that on your opponent's turn. This is the epitome of interacting and playing on your opponent's turn. Not bad. I like it. Digimon Emperor. Here's a white card. Play cost of 3. All turns, your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon is deleted. You may suspend. Yeah, when your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this card. Trigger draw 1. Okay. Opponent's turn. When your opponent level 3 Digimon moves for breeding to the battle area, gain 2 memory. This punishes a lot of people because a lot of people like to raise level 3s. But I've noticed that people are starting to put level 4s and bring level 4s out because they know this card is coming. So I'm already seeing the metagame kind of switch and like that direction. So this gonna be forcing people to play level 4s, raise level 4s from their breeding area. When they raise them, make them 4s. Or if you're giving your opponent 2 memory on your turn, which means you can probably end your turn if they memory choke you. That's actually not a bad card. He is not a bad card at all. Not at all. It's decent, it's meh, but not bad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards to look at. Pandemonium Flare. 2 costs to play. Purple option card. Main, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon to delete one of you may delete one of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon whose level is less than or equal to that Digimon. Whoa. That's a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a Dan Devimon on board, you're going to then delete the Dan Devimon to delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, which is like another Mega that's unsuspended. And then Dan Devimon activates to then take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. That's good. Myotismon, I believe the one from BT4, he likes when cards are deleted. So you could go delete. And then you get, so basically this makes this a 0 cost if you do this correctly. with the Metal Myolis Mind that every time a card is deleted, every time a Digimon deleted, you get a memory. So you go delete, which makes it a 0 cost just to board clear. I mean, just to start removing cards. Amazing. Security, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. And it has no level requirements outside the main. This has no level requirements. It's like, okay, kill the Digimon that's trying to attack you. That's actually a good card. You're going to see a lot of people on purple play this, especially like controlling purple decks, like Metal Myolis Mon wants to be controlling. Dan Devilmon wants to be controlling. You might even see both of them in the same deck. But like this is going to be fantastic. It's insane. That card's insane. Missed Memory Boost. So this one specifically is for like decks that want to trash from the top of the deck rather than, have a consistent trash engine. Main. Trash 2 cards from your deck. The top 2 cards from your deck. Then trigger draw 1. Then place this in your battle area. So you go trash. So you go mill, draw, and then place this, which is actually fantastic. And then delay just gets 2 memory. So that's fantastic. You might see a lot more purple decks play this over Gray Memory Boost, because Gray Memory Boost gives you a purple Digimon back and then half delay. This helps facilitate. You might even see both being played. Like this helps facilitate all those, like, I want things in the grave right now, or try to trash right now. And then Grave was like, oh, I didn't want to trash that, so let me get that back. So yeah. It's funny because like I don't know if people would like play Matt as a memory booster anymore or a memory tamer anymore. It's like all these we can start to steer away from it now. It's crazy. It is crazy. So Flame Hell Scythe. 6 cost to play. It is a yellow purple option card, so you need both colors on board. Main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP for the turn. Then you may play one purple or yellow Digimon with 6,000 DP from your trash without paying its memory cost. Kill a blocker, get a blocker. Kill a blocker, get a level 4. There you go. Armor texture. From what I've been hearing, this is one of the cards that make the armor release deck goes. If you have a Digimon with armor in its name, you may play this option card ignoring the color requirements, which is good. Main, trash the top card of one of your Digimon with armor in its attribute. Then one of your Digimon can digivolve into a Digimon with armor in its attribute. In its attribute from your hand, paying a Digivolution cost, and if you do, unsuspend that Digimon. So there are Digimon with armor release that has blocker. I believe it's Magnadramon. So after you attack with everything, you can play this for nothing, pop the armor off of it, digivolve onto another armored Digimon, paying a Digivolution cost. So we can do some ways to choke your opponent out. And then unsuspend it, which means if it's Magnamon, you then get the blocker. And then since it was Digivolve, you draw a card and you get boosted for all the armors in your trash. In a security, play one level 3 Digimon with free and its attributes from your hand or trash without paying its cost. That's good too, because Vmon is a free Digimon. So yeah, it makes a free Digimon free. Simple as that. Very, very good. Armor's gonna be a thing. Creepymon. We get Creepymon, but then we don't get Daemon. Like, where's Daemon coming out? Like, I'm very interested to see what they would do with Daemon. 11k DP, 12 cost to play, 3 cost to digivolve from 5. When digivolving, trash 2 cards from the top of your deck for each of your opponent's Digimon. If it was 4 more trash that way, play 1 level 5 Digimon from your trash without paying its cost. That's insanely good. Punish your opponent hard. When attacking, once per turn for every 10 cards in your trash, trash 3 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. And this card gains 3,000 DP for each, for the turn. Wait. So if I have 20 cards in my trash, which is not hard to get, by the way, if you're playing purple, that's not hard to get at all. You tell me that when I attack, I can trash 6 cards from my opponent's deck, and then while attacking, get 3 KDP. Any Digimon gains 3 KDP for the turn. So it gains 6K. So it can theoretically go up to 17, if I'm not mistaken. For every 10 cards in your trash, you trash the top 3, and a Digimon gain. So it's like, oh no, okay. No. The effects should all be 1. So it should be, so it's either going to be you trash 3, get 3,000. You trash 6, get 6,000. Or you trash 6, get 3,000. The attack boost is a little wonky in my opinion. So, no. Okay, it's only a stat in 3,000. It says, and this Digimon gets 3,000 DP for the turn. So it looks like it is just going to be, you can trash 6, but it only goes up to 14, which is still not bad at all. Actually very good. This is a very good card. And it's, oh dude, this is a very good card. Oh, and it's the secret? Give me Daemon. Just give me Daemon. And the last card is set, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and we're going to say Imperialdramon Paladin Mode. The big bad boy of the set. 16 KDP. Yeah. 15 cost to play. 7 costs from a 6. 7 costs from a level 6 blue and green. This card is the only card in a vacuum that can rival the power of Alphamon. And if you know lore, Alphamon is the most powerful Digimon in the entire digital world. Imperialdramon Paladin Mode is on equal playing field as him, because Paladin Mode was the one who created the Royal Knights group. So they kept to the lore. Alphamon, when you attack, you can spend 5 mana to gain 5,000 DP. He's already 11. He goes to the 16. He can only crash with, Imperialdramon Paladin Mode, but still in a vacuum, this is the equal to Alphamon. When your Digimon would digivolve into this card from your hand, return one of your white level 7 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck. Reduces Digivolution cost by 4. So if you have a white card like Chimeramon and your trash, level 7 whites, never mind. So you have to play this like an Omnimon deck in order to get that Digivolution, bonus. Or you're paying 7. Okay, that's a decent. That's decent. There's ways to trash it out of your hair. It's decent. When digivolving or when attacking, you may return 1 card with 2 colors from the Digimon Digivolution source to the bottom of the deck to trash all of the Digimon cards. To trash all of the Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon, so strip the Digivolution sources. Then return all Digimon with no Digivolution sources to the bottom of your owner's deck in any order. So it's fitting that it's Imperialdramon colors, but also Blue likes to trash sources. They love the trash sources. So I keep on going back to it, but Hexablow is a good one. Azulomon is a good one. Tommy's a card. Howling Memory Boost is a card. Korikakumon is a card. The trashing type of level, the trashing type of deck like Hexablow now has their real boss monster. This card is nothing but good. I'm just saying that. This card is nothing but good. It has so much potential. That's it. Now, we went through the entire set. How do I feel about BT8 in a vacuum? I think BT8 in a vacuum, if it came out at set number 1, I think BT8 would have been like the most busted set of all time to ever be released. If it came out at set 1. Because the armor release would just be the tier 0, just end all be all. But with all the stuff that we have, I give it a solid 8. I would even go as far as an 8.5. I still think BT7 is probably the most impactful set that we have so far. If for anybody who has played Yu-Gi-Oh, if BT7 would be the Duelist Alliance of Yu-Gi-Oh, BT8 would be the Tachyon Galaxy where the Dragon Rulers were in. It can make or break the meta very, very hard, especially with armor release. It can make or break the meta very, very, very hard. So BT8 is an amazing set, and Bandai is doing a thing. Yeah, kudos to Bandai. 100%. You're doing your thing. Kudos to you. Now, I will give everybody a little sneak peek. I believe BT9 is just about released. So you can expect me to do a future visions for BT9 starting next week. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, I'm your boy Dante. This is the Digimon Laboratory. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.